on the arc. Hey, hey, hey. Be on the arc. Ain't no way to stop when we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I'll be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Prince and Cess on the mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no brakes, you tripping. Dunk on them, no assistance, all the seed in my kitchen. You should know that we different, going deep with precision. Be on the arc. Ain't no way to stop them, we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I'll be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Prince and Cess on the mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no brakes, you tripping. Dunk on them, no assistance, all this heat in my kitchen. You should know that we different, going deep with precision. Be on the arc.
What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite T1 Uncle Tennessee's in the building. We got him in the building. Prince of I Am Zo Media. Y'all know what it is. It must be breakdown beyond the arc time. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, Prince?
Oh man, look, another day, another player, another breakdown. Feeling good, man. Great night sleep. About to be one of them ones, man.
About to be one and ones. We got Olivia Miles. So I'm gonna be honest.
Won't say that.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm here for you to sell me on Olivia. I'm here to be sold.
Hey.
Listen. Coming into last season, it was like, hey, let's see what they do. By the end of the season, it was like, you need to go back to school. I saw a lot of areas of improvement that needed to take place. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a passing skill set that doesn't translate. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a skill set that doesn't translate. I'm saying that I don't know that her body is ready. And I don't know if her defense is ready. So I'm here to be sold. Just like the people, Prince, sell me. Old Magic is, especially because I'm, born in Lansing, Michigan. So Old Magic is really, really, really hard for me to understand. Like, listen, Magic is so much more than flashy passes. Like, that's 1 through 5. That's a scorer. That's a hooper. That's a defender. Kareem can't play. Man, don't even pack an overnight outfit, man. We finna go get this chip. What do you mean? Is Olivia that? Olivia that?
Not really. She has some magic transition tendencies, but outside of that, not really. She don't really stack up to what he looked like in college. She don't. Again, Magic was a get on my back, I'm gonna take you there player. That's not really her game. She fits certain systems. That's not really her game.
I wish they would let these young ladies develop their own nicknames. See who they are. Don't be so quick to make them somebody else, right? I mean, I get it. Number 8 overall on ESPN Hoop Girls. I think was she the first early enrollee to Notre Dame? I think. I mean, 3.5 assists, first 6 games.
Was it or was it Maddie?
I don't know. For some reason, I thought she was the first early enrollee, but the chat know better than me. Y'all let me know. Y'all hit the like and the share.
No, I think it was Maddie because Maddie got recruited by not Neil Ivy. Maddie got recruited by what you call him, the other lady that was before her, the good coach.
But did she come in early? I don't remember if Maddie came in early.
Yeah. No, Olivia Miles came in early. She reclassified.
So that's what I'm saying. I think she was the first early enrollee in Notre Dame history. I think she was the first one, but Maddie was there before her. I mean, 3.5 assists, first 6 games. It was like, woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she had a triple-double in her NCAA debut, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
7.4 assists in the nation, second in the nation, 21-22, 244 assists in Notre Dame. Devastating, I think was it ACL? Did you watch a lot of her before the injury?
Yeah, I watched it when she came in. She played a couple games.
I didn't.
When she
I
came
didn't watch
in,
her. Was she
she was
different after the
actually,
injury?
yeah. You can see she lost a step. She was a little
Hmm.
quicker. Couldn't shoot. I think she came back shooting better after the injury, but before the injury, teams would just let her shoot. But I mean, she got a gallop in her step. Sometimes you can tell she hasn't really figured out how to like run full speed after the injury. Like you can, if you not paying attention, you don't notice it. But I've had an ACL injury. I could tell there's a gallop. Like watch her in full court when she's running full speed. You can see the gallop in her step. You can see how
Hmm.
she doesn't raise that knee enough, and it's kind of like a skip to it sometimes when she runs.
Hmm.
So she still hasn't learned how to like
Now,
fully like full speed with it.
do you think that's more mental, or is that still
Could be.
recovering?
Could be because she's playing last year for Notre Dame. She played heavy minutes. She played most of their games. Even when Hannah Hidalgo was
Mhm.
out, she's playing. So I
Right.
think it's just a rhythm of like muscle memory, kind of like in her head a little bit. When you're training, you create a muscle memory of something like is in front of you or like you got to step over coming off ACL
Mhm.
injury. So because my ACL injury was early in my career, I was like in 10th grade when I had my ACL injury, but I got it during football season. So I didn't even play basketball my 10th grade year.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So it's like you got to gallop a little bit because when you're coming through the ACL injury, your those muscle tendencies tend to avoid that step. So you got to retrain yourself a little bit to run.
Got you. So, I mean, let's talk about it. They call her magic. It's the passing. They call her court vision. They act, like superhero, like Doctor Strange. She has the ability to manipulate the game for sure. Maybe I've heard people say like Luka Doncic. I don't know. We'll see. But how would her passing really translate to the faster and more physical pace of the WNBA?
Her passing translates. This is the weird thing about Olivia Miles passing. At the next level, I don't think two guards would play really, really well with her that move off the ball, like a Kelsey Mitchell, who wants to come off of pin downs and curls and high screens. Like um she would do better with like a Kalia Copper who wants to come off the screen but wants to catch it in an ISO situation versus just catch quick and shoot, right? Like she would do better with those kind of players. Like Sabrina, she wouldn't play well with a player like Sabrina because like Olivia Miles really struggles in half court offense of getting the ball out on the perimeter. Like she's great at dicing up your defense in the way open windows on flash downs with bigs. She struggles in pick and roll though. She Olivia Miles really doesn't have great vision, and the flashy passes will fool you, but she really doesn't have like elite ball handling vision. It's like it's like watching a college quarterback says of they throwing all these bombs down the field in college, right? But they get to the NFL and they got to actually read that safety. Is he dropping in the box or is he faking? Like she doesn't do well when defenses scheme for her passing. Like she doesn't shift defenses. She doesn't make a center look one way where you can get a backdoor pass off of there, man. Like that isn't her type of offense. Like it's just getting it out open court, getting downhill. Big comes over to her, kick it off. Like that's really her passing. And she can do that with the best of them. So it masquerades a lot of her indeficiencies when it comes to her ball handling vision.
But okay, wait. Let's back up. I don't know if you heard the audio. It was a gasp from the audience. Did you say she doesn't play well in the half court offense?
No. She's one of the worst. She was graded. Olivia Miles was graded as one of the worst ball handlers, running set plays and half court offense in college basketball last season. She was
Okay,
in
so
a 77 percentile, and you think about all of the players that they have ranked below her. You're in the 77 percentile in just half court offense production. Like that's bad.
wait a minute, wait.
That's bad.
Okay, wait. Hey man, how you doing today? How are you today? Because you coming in hot on this.
I like to be honest.
All right, you good?
I like to be honest about assessments.
Okay, so I mean, we
props.
finna get. So let me ask you this because
I gave her a prop, Cess. I say she's great in transition. She's great at the flashy passing. It helps, and she knows that it helps masquerade what she is good at in the half court.
So, but the championships are won in the slow down half court game.
Correct. Hence
so
why
they couldn't
get past week.
Is she on the? I'm talking about at the next level. Is she on the floor when it's that
time? She's on the floor if she can maintain her shooting percentage. But you got to be able to create your own shot. You got to be able to get downhill, create through contact, get to the free throw line, like those intangible things that's needed from a player in those last 30 seconds of a ball game, right? No shot clock. You burning the clock. You got to be able to read the defense, see how they playing you. Because think about it like this. Says when you're in half court offense, right, and it's last shot on the shot clock, right? No shot clock is running down. What mostly happens? The guard brings the ball to the top of the key. They let time run off the clock, and what does the defense normally do? They'll blitz you off the go because they know you're trying to go ISO, right? So can she read the defense enough or get around the defense quick enough to beat the blitz or get a pass out of the blitz? She struggles with it. That's why Neil Ivey went to Hannah Hidalgo and Sonia Citron. Think about it. Sonia Citron had more ability in their half-court offense and shot clock violations than Olivia Miles did. So that should tell you something. Neil Ivey is seeing this at practice. We're not seeing this because at practice, this is what people don't know, Cess. At practice, you're running through those kind of things. They put up the score clock, turn the shot clock off, and they run through those plays to see who's good at them, to see who should be in the sets, who shouldn't be in the sets. That's what most coaches do behind the scenes, right? So when you get in those sets and people will be watching TV and be like, why is this player subbing in? Because at practice, this player right here, they got 20 points, but they kept struggling in their shot clock drills. So like that's why those things happen. So they're not getting open in the shot clock drills.
So if she can keep her shooting percentage up, let's talk about that because she improved the 3-point shooting from 22 to 40%, right? 22.8 to 40.6 career, right? Career high 40.6. Senior season. Is this sustainable or is this a one-off? Is this sustainable at the next level or is it a one-off? Like, do you even expect her to shoot 40% at TCU this year?
No, because she don't have a Hannah Hidalgo that she can just stand there. Like she gonna have bulk of the usage rate on the offense. Again, sometimes be careful what you wish for. Sometimes people can get in your head and create a play style for you that actually isn't your play style. So I'm in the ballpark of you are what the stats say you are, right? We talked about this offline, Cess. Sometimes players their 3-point percentage could be a masquerade of what they actually are. Again, coming back from an ACL injury, I know it firsthand. You work on a lot of catch and shoot shots, right? You work on a lot of momentum shots, catch and shoot threes. So coming off of an ACL injury, I think it was kind of muscle memory, confidence, right? Sometimes 3-point shooting is just confidence, right? So again, when you're looking at her numbers, this is what I need people to really pay attention to, Cess. How did you improve your 3-point shooting, but your field goal percentage stayed the same? How did you improve your 3-point percentage when your free throw percentage still stayed around the same mark? Her free throw percentage, again, that's stand still, shooting, right? No movement. It only went up like 3% from the year before and 5% from the year before that. So it is increasing, but it didn't take this huge jump like her other years took, because without that 40% three-point shooting last year, which bumped her up to 32% from the three-point line, she's really, the numbers say she's really a 25 to 27% three-point shooter. So again, looking at just the trajectory, I would say it's probably going to fall this year. I wouldn't bet my money on it being 40%. I would say she can probably sustain a 32 to 36%, somewhere around that ballpark. It depends on how many three-pointers she getting the game, right? Like
Okay.
maybe this year she isn't getting a lot of those catch and shoot threes off of the double teams
But
from Citron and
but isn't
Hannah.
that what
So
she should be getting? I mean, at TCU, man, they got like what 13 people to 6'7". They got 13 6'7s down there at TCU this year, don't they?
yeah,
And then Olivia Miles. So she should be going
yeah,
into the land of the bigs, and they should be kicking back out for open three if they can't knock it down, right? This is why I thought the 40% was gonna be what sustained TCU different this year than what HVL and that big that got dunked on last year were able to do, right? So listen, so 36%, that's what she has to shoot to be successful.
yeah. 36%.
Okay.
Because again, I don't.
Go ahead.
What double team players TCU got this year?
You're gonna make me do some homework. Hold on, let me see. But okay, and while I'm bringing up their roster, what I want to know is as long as it doesn't go back down to, let's see, as long as it doesn't go back to the 25-27% that it looks like it should be, right, based off this one-off year, then she's an improved three-point shooter, and that's good for going to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If she can get 36%, again, the league average in the WNBA three-point shooting, right, is I think 33%, 32%, 32.5%, 33%. Somewhere it goes, it's between there. It goes up and down throughout the year, right? But on the margins of 33%. So 36%, 34% is above average. So again, at the next level, in certain situations, she's gonna have to catch and shoot because you're playing with more players like Hannah Hidalgo at the next level, right? So teams can look at that and be like, okay, we got a Hannah Hidalgo type of player on our team. Olivia Miles shot 40% with a player that can draw double teams, right? So hey, maybe she can come to our team and shoot that same percentage or around that same percentage. But again, the shot is more difficult. This is what I always say, Cess. That open shot you're getting at one level isn't going to be that same distance of open shot at the next level, right? That defender is going to close a little faster. They're going to be a little bigger. In the college level, that defender that's closing on you is going to be working at State Farm Insurance Agency at the end of their college career. So, and they're 5'5", they're 5'5", 5'4", right? That off defender. You know what I'm saying? So that 4-inch difference in that length and that IQ makes up that difference. So it goes hand in hand. It can look good at one point, but you really got to see how they're getting those shots.
Okay, so look, she just was like the team leader in both scoring and assists, right? I believe. So how does that all-around offensive ability translate to the WNBA? And how does that compare to the WNBA prospect she's got coming out with her?
I mean, it with her is tricky because at the next level, right? How often are you actually getting those transition plays like that when teams are slowing the game down, when it's still a front court player league, where in college it's a lot of two guards, threes, getting up a lot of threes, you getting the rebound, going in transition. So for her, it's more of what does my game look like? Like, how do I get assists in half court? You got to be able to move the defense. You got to be able to look off defenders. You got to be able to take a center, use eye contact, penetrate one way, kick it back once that defender turns their head. You know what I'm saying? Like that head on the swivel thing. Like, can I get their head off a swivel? Like those intangible things that point guards do that the eyes might not see just watching the television, right? It's like that's what I say. Like basketball is so integral, like so integral because of like the positions and what the intangibles goes into being successful at those positions, especially for the point guard when you're thinking about facilitating in half court. Can she set up the offense? I need to see, can she set up the offense before I even get to can she get assists, Cess? Can she average 6 assists? Can she set up the offense? She struggled with that at Notre Dame, setting up the offense in half court. Like, again, this is not football, Cess. People get caught up. This is not football, Cess. You don't come down court and run a football play an audible. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the point guard got to have a high IQ
Oh, yeah.
understanding the teams. Like the coach ain't calling a play from the sideline. It's transition.
No, you gotta be able to space pace. You gotta be able to know where people are supposed to be, what they can do, what their spots are. Like it's a lot that's expected of her as the point guard. Like you are a quarterback in this thing. You know, it's a lot of times you hear coaches go to the podium and they say like, "Yo, nah, that wasn't me. That was the point guard. That was Raven made that call. That was, you know," or they'll come and say, "You know, I saw this, so I took this approach." But I mean, you talk about her being able. I was going to ask you. You are killing all my questions, man. I'm steady erasing them because you. So in the final game, right before she got injured, right? I was going to ask you about her ability to be able to impact the game without scoring because she was able to have like 8 assists, 1 turnover. Is that because of the system? Is that because of the system at Notre Dame, or is that her? You know, is that her ability to again be that point guard?
I would say her ability to beat man defense, get it into bigs, helps your assist, right? She's a little step slower. She's got more into the 3-point shooting, which takes away from your assist, right? I mean, if you look at her 3-point shooting per game, it went up like four shots more a game from before she got injured. So that dives into your assists. Being able to catch the ball off the rim, get in transition, right? That takes away from your assist. Having more shooters on the court, right? Maddie was hurt most of the year. That stretch 4, it takes away from your assist, right? King not being able to, Caval and King not being able to run pick and roll with her takes away from your assist. So again, a lot goes into it. It's not all on Olivia Miles, but as the point guard, you got to be able to understand how to get your players easier shots versus what you just want to do on the court. Everything isn't about you. You got to be able to just get your team easier shots, and that goes into your assists, right? Those easy pick and rolls, those easy dribble drive penetrations, beating man-on-man defense, and kicking it out, drawing that double team. She didn't draw a lot of double teams this year for the kickouts. So those things go into it.
Okay. Now, I got to ask this question because I know you got your studio set up and I know you do super high definition, but I have to know what I have to know what dimension were you looking at to see a good frame and solid physicality on Olivia Miles? Man, listen, let me tell you something. One of the main reasons I wanted her to go back is she don't look strong enough. She looks like, hey, she looked like she catch a ride. Like Jackie Young puts her on her hip. Man, just come on with me. You're not light enough to stop. No, tell me what you see, because I don't see it. I'm questioning why she don't have no definition in her arms. Like, do they got a weight program? I'm hoping that they got one down there at TCU. I don't see it.
So when I look at like her frame, she's 5'10", 6'1" wingspan, right? That's bigger than most guards that are 5'10" in college basketball, even in the WNBA right now. When you look at her weight, she's 10 pounds bigger than Veronica Burton. Like, she's 10 pounds bigger, probably 2 inches taller than Veronica Burton. She got a 3-inch wingspan on Veronica Burton's. So I'm just looking at point guards at the next level. A Julie Alderman, a HVL.
let me say this: that wingspan don't mean nothing if you don't know what to do with it on defense. But we'll get to that. It's nice that you got that wingspan,
No,
but what are you
look.
doing with it?
But
So
Cess,
I still
when I
I
talk
hear what
about her frame, it's more about like, and her strength is more about like how she compares, like just not how she uses it, how she compares.
got you,
Like when you look at her,
got you, got
she
you, got
got
you,
wide
got you. Got you.
shoulders, long arms. You know, yeah,
I get what you're saying. You talking about just like intangibles, not her ability to take
yeah,
advantage of what those things are. This is just
It's on the player to use it, right? Like you only could be 6'7" for so long, right? At some
exactly.
point,
They don't
six
six
seven
and
don't
seven.
mean
You got
nothing,
to do
right?
something else with it. So yeah, I
Look
got
at
you. Okay, I
Sedona
wanted to
Prince.
make sure.
Look at Sedona
So
Prince.
what it is,
You can
I
say
got what you're saying.
tall, but yeah.
These are the things that she has. If she uses them right, they could be great intangibles to be able to help her do great things. So I see what you're saying.
Correct.
She has a good frame. She has good size, but if she doesn't know how to use it, it doesn't matter. Get you. Okay. What else I wanted to ask about? Okay, average leaping ability, change of direction. Okay. Uh, some people described her as being like just that, stone cold unaliver, I guess is what they say. Having that mentality, right? Because she hit that game winner against Louisville. Is she clutch?
Mm-hmm.
Is
She
she
has hit
clutch?
clutch shots. I think she
Mm-hmm.
has 8 clutch shots in her college career,
Mm-hmm.
which puts her in the top 3 of her class with Latson and Cody. So that's the top. They've hit the most clutch shots like currently in NCAA. I think she's number 2 behind Latson. Latson got 11 clutch shots. So in her college career. So I mean, she's clutch in a sense as long as her 3-point shot is working because she's slow getting downhill sometimes. She did have who was it against? I think it was Boston College. She had a last second layup right side of the rim. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. It wasn't a buzzer beater. They left 2 seconds on the shot clock. But she's got downhill. But again, as long as her 3-point percentage can stay up there, she can shoot well. She got some clutchiness to her shot. Her game. She got some clutchiness to her game.
Okay.
I'll give it that. I'll
So
give it that. See, it ain't all bad, Cess. I just
okay.
keep it real. I just keep it real. I just keep it
We
real.
gonna since we stand positive right now. Let's talk about some of the strengths. So you say we talked a little bit about the size, basketball IQ, elite playmaking. The I guess my question is about their ability to be able to translate to the next level, right? So how do you grade her off-ball movement and scoring after she successfully transitioned to playing alongside Hannah, right? Another ball dominant guard. Like how do you grade that off-ball movement for her?
When she's off the ball, it's Heckle and Jive with her. What it is? Heckle and Hyde? What is it? Jekyll and Hyde? Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde, yeah, Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde. Like she's Jekyll and Hyde with her her off-ball basketball IQ, right? So with Hannah Hidalgo being able to draw double teams, when Olivia Miles can get her defender to help catch and shoot, she's great. Especially last year shooting 40%, right? But when you think about most in the WNBA, they want off-court guards to catch and shoot and be able to move off the ball, pin down curl screens, wheels, blind screens, ATOs, like things like that. Like you need to
Mm-hmm.
be able to IQly understand how the screen is being set and how to use the screen against a defender. She doesn't move well off the ball unless it's catch and shoot. Like her production off ball is just catching and shooting. So again, Olivia Miles' game really says Olivia Miles is such a tricky player. Look, if you notice, every question you ask me, what does it boils down to? Her 3-point shooting. Because her
3-point.
game, her offensive game is so limited. Her 3-point shooting opens up everything else about her game. Her game is so
Okay,
limited.
this where I'm thrown off at because at one point people had her projected to go number 1 over PB5, right? They had her if she came out this year. People had her projected to go 1 over PB5. How? I don't know. But what are those specific aspects of her game or attributes, I should say, that are, that people see that would give her an edge over a top prospect like a Paige Beckers?
Nothing. Again, we're in the era of who can get the most likes and clicks, and the mainstream media for sports entertainment has fed into it. Like, this is what I always tell people. When Olivia Miles went down with her injury after averaging, what I think, Cess, you called it an 8-to-1 assist to turnover ratio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where was her love when it was 8-to-1? Why did she get love when it was 5-to-3? Guess why? Because before she went down, there was no mainstream clicks in college basketball. But guess what happened the year she was injured? Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark happened. So ESPN liked the clicks, they liked the algorithm, they liked the analytics it brought. So Olivia Miles came back and in transition gave you the between the leg passes. They hyped it up. She gave you the behind the back passes. They hyped it up. Olivia Miles has one of the wildest hype machines I've ever seen. Like, wildest hype machines I've ever seen. And that's not to say she's not a good player, but nothing about her game is generational. Again, generational means you have a size that no one else has. She's not even 6 feet, so you can't say size. She's not 170, so you can't say weight. She doesn't have a 6'3", 6'4" wingspan, so you can't say wingspan. She doesn't have elite athleticism. She doesn't have a quick first step. She doesn't have a crossover package like that. She has great handle for the ball, but it won't wow you, right? So again, her hype is ESPN driven. It's really like, and she's a talented player, a great player. She's one of the best point guards in college basketball, but that doesn't translate to generational. So every year your 1 and 2 point guard in college basketball is generational. Is that what we've come to, Cess?
No, I haven't come to that at all. You ain't got to worry about me. That's not what I haven't come to that. But I think that the league prioritizes that fast pace, right, high efficiency offense. Won't her, the zip passes, the sweet dishes, won't that play into that?
It doesn't play into that, because guess what? Those passing lanes shrink a little bit more, and now you got to be precise, and that's where their assist to turnover ratio comes into, right?
So a lot of people calling her the next Chelsea Gray. You don't see her being able to get those passes off like Chelsea. She don't have that Chelsea vision.
She plays like Chelsea in transition, but in half court she doesn't.
Got you. Okay. So let's see it on camera. Let's see it on film. Let's get moving. What you got?
Again, you want her moving, getting downhill before the defense sets up. That's when you get the best Olivia Miles. Let the defense set up. Let her be able to see the open court, see passing lanes, being able to get through them. She's 5'10", 6'1" wingspan. She does take advantage of that. That's why I gave her the good size as far as her attributes go, right? Or see the Magic Johnson passes, being able to just find guards in transition. Like, that's Olivia Miles. Catching rebounds, running. Again, this is another great example right here, right? Long length, being able to use her wide frame, getting downhill, creating and ones. Like, that's where she fares at, right? Just being able to create those shots. You want, if I'm a coach, I want her catching the rebound, pushing the tempo, looking out. She's gonna get it out. She is an unselfish player. So that's why you want her in transition. Again, she's not a bad passer. Her court vision just isn't what people make it to be. So again, right there, she used her size. That's what I was talking about. At the next level, 5'6", 5'8" guard, she's gonna take advantage of them. She's 5'10", 6'1" wingspan, right? So if she can get downhill on the right side of the court, she struggles on the left side. So her ability to just get in transition is where she's gonna fare easy at. where she's going to really capitalize on her skill set at the next level. But those are in between and out, right? So just being able to do that will only get you so far. You got to be able to do other things, because when teams know that's what you want to do, they boxing you out. You're not getting the rebounding going. They gonna make you slow the game down. They gonna make you try to pick them apart. They gonna make you try to run your. They want to see your half court offense. They want to see your plays, because they want to get it on film in case they play you in the playoffs. So when you're playing a team that Olivia Miles is on, they're going to want to see the plays that they're running, and they're going to make her, they're going to challenge her in half court. So again, you want to get her on the move, get her downhill.
How many of the things that's on this list can she improve in TCU?
I would say defensively, of course, go to move, because like we talked about, Cess, like she's probably going to have one of the highest usage rates in college basketball this year and women's basketball, probably both, right? Men's and women's. She's going to have a high usage rate. They're going to depend on her. They're going to have to get their bang for the buck, right? So they're going to put the ball in her hands and say, hey, make us better. Hey, elevate us past even what HVL did, right? Because she was slated to even go higher than HVL in last year's draft. So even the fans, the coaches, the athletic trainers, the player personnel, even the players on the team, they're going to expect her to get them to the Final Four or further. Again, the closer you get to the Final Four, the slower the games get, the more physical the games get. So can she last? Can she get a go-to move when the game slows down? Is going to be so important for her going into March Madness, going into the WNBA. Again, you can't just catch and shoot if you're going to have a high usage rate. You got to develop a go-to move. You got to, and she got to get quicker. Use those bands. I'm pretty sure TCU, Olivia Miles, TCU got some of the best. They're in Texas. They got their all-field money. So they got them bands, them retractable bands, put on your ankles, work on your first step twitch, work on your lateral quickness. You got to get quicker. You got to get quicker. Her slow basketball will not work at the next level. Her slow,
how much is that?
That's not going to work.
How much of that is just still coming back from the injury?
Even before the injury, that was really her game. That was really her game. That was really her. Again, she just had more room to operate before her injury. That's all it was. It wasn't really her athleticism. She had more room to operate. She had more room to get downhill. She had more room to kick the shooters. Again, Maddie being hurt her. She plays well with stretch fours. Maddie being hurt her. Because King isn't really going to stretch the floor. King going to play in the dunker spot. Caval just want to run pick and roll from the high elbow. That's not really her game. Dunker spot and high elbow is not Olivia Miles' game.
Defense and shooting, both at C+. Athleticism, almost a C+.
Yeah, I mean,
but you see a shooter.
Great athletically.
But you see a shooter.
I don't see a shooter. Okay. I don't see a shooter. I see a moment. I don't see a shooter. I mean, even if you like Olivia Miles, you wouldn't say. Even if you like Olivia Miles, you wouldn't say she's your best shooter, but she improved, right? So you're gonna give it to her. You gonna see her catch and shoot again off the double teams. Hannah draws the double team, kick to her spot on the floor, let her hit. That was a buzzer beater right there, right? Going into halftime. Again, off the dribble, catch and shoot. Again, just being able to use that. Again, another double team, defender helps, they're in the zone, you catch and shoot. Again, 40%. That's where she's at. Again, another buzzer beater right here, going into halftime. Catch and shoot. Right here,
but
step back.
You saying you calling out double teams when she catching and shooting, but she's finna have the highest usage rate, right? We just said, so man, doubling in TCU.
Right, some of this right here, coming down court.
That's gonna be her game. Shooting,
that's got to be her game at TCU. That's going to have to be her game. So can she replicate some of that we just seen? The last second step back 3-point shooting, coming in transition pull-ups. can she translate that to TCU? We'll see. Again, once you get in a rhythm, know why I showed those clips like that, Cess? Because once she's in a rhythm, she does that. Most players, once you get in rhythm, you can do stuff like that. Can she do that from start to finish, even when she's not in a rhythm? Is she really a shooter off the dribble versus in the first quarter, she's just catching and shooting off of Hannah Hidalgo and Citron's double teams, and now she's in a rhythm going into the second quarter? Can she do that start to finish when there's no rhythm shots for her? That's going to be the key at TCU. That's what I think she can't do, and that's why I think her 3-point percentage is going to fall.
Okay, well, if her 3-point percentage fall, then where does that leave her? Her 3-point percentage falling ultimately, to me, makes her WNBA stock drop.
Again, the TCU game was the worst thing that could have happened to her. That TCU game, I think it was a two-parter for her. The TCU game and the riff with Neil Ivey and Hannah Hidalgo is the reason she went back to college. She don't feel like she gave the best her during the season, and she don't. And I guarantee you, she don't feel like she did enough going into March Madness. Like, and that TCU game really capsulated. I need to go back because it wasn't about where. See, this is what a lot of players and fans get caught up on, Cess. They look at where ESPN have you touted. They look at where most scouts have you being drafted and think that's the end all be all. You know how many number 2 picks in NFL, WNBA, and NBA are bust? Because guess what? They hung their hat on being the number 2 pick and then develop their game. See, everybody was pushing for her to come out last year because he was the number 2 pick. But you know what that means, Cess? I'll give her credit for this. That means she got a great team because they knew that number 2 pick wasn't going to help her.
Okay, so let me ask you this: we got to look beyond her on-court skills. Then, what is her intangible qualities like leadership, mental fortitude? Does that help make her a high value prospect? Does she have those things?
Her feel for the game isn't all there to me. Her intangible leadership skills need improvement, especially as a point guard on a young team, depending on you, kind of like Hannah Hidalgo was. Her even Caval, like her leadership skill set isn't up there with the best of them. Like a Raven Johnson, right? Great leadership skills. It's just mentally, her coming back from an ACL injury shows that fortitude you talked about, because you got to grind, you got to work, and she didn't come back. Absolutely. She didn't come back with a fall off, right? So you got to give her credit for that, right? Coming back from the injury and the way she performed this year, looking like she put a lot of work in to come back from that injury. A lot of players, ACL injuries don't take their career in good directions, right? So for her to come back and be scouted as the number 2 pick in the draft by most scout experts, shows she got a fortitude to work through injuries. She got a great work habit, right? But again, mentally, cannot look at Olivia Miles as the teammate and say, we got Olivia Miles, we're going to get through this. That's a different thing versus seeing Olivia Miles get through an injury and come back. That's 2 different things. Well,
that's a great point.
Translate to the locker room.
Well, it got to translate on the floor for me first. And I don't remember what game it was. I think it may have been one of the first games that Notre Dame went to overtime this year, right? They could have closed. They didn't. She's supposed to be the leader. Head drop on the sideline. Body language horrible. Hannah had to lift her head up by her chin and be like, "Come on, man, we got this. Lock in. What are you doing? It ain't over. We got 5 more minutes."
Yeah.
That's hard for me with the leadership piece right there, right? But
again, that was against Anaya Rivers. That was against Anaya Rivers, right?
Was that NC State? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Anaya Rivers. It was Sanaya. That was, I think, it was like the 4th game of the season. It was North Carolina State. It was against Sanaya Rivers.
Like, hey, we not out. Get your head up. What you doing?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't do that for me. So I think there's room for growth right there, right? But
Cess, want me to tell you the crazy thing? This is the crazy thing, Cess. Not to cut you off. This is the crazy thing.
no, what?
Look at Olivia. You want to know if Olivia Miles wants the challenge as the best point guard? Because see, it's one thing from ESPN saying it. You got to believe it as a player. You got to exude it to your team, right? That's what people forget about being the best point guard. Go look at Olivia Miles against all the other great point guards in college basketball last year and tell me how she did. Don't you know, outside of Paige, she lost all those games? And that was a Citron game. That wasn't go look at Olivia Miles' numbers in that game. That was a Hannah Hidalgo Citron game. That UConn game, that was a Hannah Hidalgo Citron game.
So was the USC game when they beat Juju the first time.
Yeah, but they didn't really have a touted point guard that was coming out in the last draft. Go look at her against Duke. Go look at her against Duke, right? Go look at her against NC State. Go look at her the 2 games against TCU. Go look at her against all the top point guards that were coming out when she was supposed to come out. Go look at her. Go look at those games and see how she helped her team.
So, okay, then let's back up then, because we were talking about that number 2 when she was coming out of high school. She was a top 10 prospect. Did she meet, exceed, or fail, right? Or fall short in her those collegiate expectations? And this is from a scouting perspective. Did she meet, exceed, fall short? What do you think of that number 2 top 10 prospect?
I mean, she was touted as the number 2 pick in last year's draft, coming off of an ACL injury. So far, it's really hard to say it because there's 2 parts to this, right? Are we talking as far as how she's supposed to perform or getting to the next level, still being in that spot going to the next level? Because she was scouted to be the number 2 pick in the draft, but when you come in the number 2 point guard, can you get that team to the Final Four? That's what number 2 point guards are recruited to do.
Let me ask you this: is she the number 2 pick in this draft coming up?
No,
right?
Because again, Cess, guess who else I forgot on that list? Go look at her against Tanaya Latson last year.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you this though: if Paige was to come out this year, would she be in the conversation for the number 1 pick?
Who, Paige?
PV5.
Yeah, Paige would be the number 1. Paige would be the number 1 pick in this draft. Yeah.
Okay. This one coming up too, that Olivia's getting ready to be in.
Yeah. Okay. Paige will still be the number 1 pick.
Okay. See, so this is my thing. So when we say she was scouted as the number 2 pick in the draft, well, were you scouted because you were a true number 2 pick in the draft, or were you the number 2 pick in the draft by default of the talent that was in this draft? Paige is the number 1 pick. It was defaulted
by the point guards. It was defaulted by the point guards and the media and how they pushed it. Again, she was the 3rd. Let's be 100 here, Cess. He was the 3rd best player on that team. Citron and Hannah Hidalgo was better than her. Let's be 100 here.
You ain't gotta tell me. You ain't gotta tell me. I told her to go back to school. She wasn't ready. I told her to go back to school. She wasn't ready. What type of WNBA
they only had Georgia Moore slated below her because of her height. If Georgia Moore was 5'10", they would have had her above Olivia Miles in that draft.
It
was her height. It wasn't her game. It was her height. Because go look at what Duke did to them.
I'll go back and watch the game. Even though I don't go back and watch a lot of other school games. I'm gonna do this homework. What? But okay, so she's going to the league, right? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying, gave him 61-56. Hey, it was March Madness time. That was March Madness time, Cess. That was March 8th.
So okay, before we talk about WNBA systems and coaching styles that she should fit in, right? Because she's got a unique, creative, playmaking kind of style, right? Um, is that enough? Is that enough for a coach to take a risk on her as a starting point guard? Like, do you see her coming into the league and starting or going into a starter?
It's a two-parter, Cess. This is a two-parter. Let me say this too. TCU is not about to help her game. I don't know when he be. Am I lost here?
Wait a minute.
Am I in a twilight zone? When did he become a point guard whisperer?
Wait a minute.
HVL says, tell me if I'm lying. Maybe I'm out here by myself. Maybe I just watch so much college basketball in my career. Maybe I pay attention to the little things. HVL, go watch HVL at Louisville and go watch HVL at TCU and tell me if you don't see the same player. Cess, I don't even want you to answer it. I want you to go watch
HVL. But listen, HVL
just got older.
The HVL. Okay. Well, we're gonna be all the way honest about HVL. There's a lot of things that happen with HVL, right? So we got to Louisville. We figured out. She talked about having the challenge with one leg being longer than the other, getting the orthotic, being able to slide her feet better. Right. All of these things took place. TCU wasn't about proving to us that the HVL. TCU wasn't about proving to us the HVL could be a point guard. TCU was about HVL getting her WNBA stock back up by the last vision that people saw of you not being you on that island with Caitlin cooking you and you throwing your hands up. Now, and that's the question. And that, like, I believe that's what TCU is kind of being branded as, like, get your tape up. But with the 6'7" that they brought in there, does that help her stop? Because are these players the players that she's working with now,
don't need to get her tape up. She had good tape last year for certain instances. Success. If it was about tape, she would have just came out. But Olivia Miles thinks she's about to go develop.
But whoa, wait. Were there moments when Olivia had to come off the floor for defense?
Yeah, she got benched in the TCU game.
This is what I'm saying. So she's not going to go and show us no defense?
No.
Man.
Who on TCU? I don't know look, he got a coaching job. Great. He from his press conferences, sound like a great coach. Sound like he got his head on his shoulders. Got his head on right? But I don't know when he became this top 3 coach. This whisperer, this come here, we're gonna teach you how to win. We're gonna get you to the next. What? Well, HVL didn't want to swallow her pride and go back to Louisville. Let's call it what it is.
But the other thing though,
she went to a Texas school with all field money. Let's call it what it is.
But the other thing though too was she went to a school with a big that she could get some great stats with. You know, Olivia won't be able to do that with all these 6'7".
No,
you was talking about hype machine, right?
Haley Van Lith is better in the mid-range game. See, Haley Van Lith, go watch Haley Van Lith play, even in March Madness. You know where she thrived at? On the right side of the floor, right outside the elbow, and pick and roll with Sedona. Either Sedona would flash, bring 2 with her, Haley Van Lith would just pull up, 2 dribble pull up. If Sedona didn't bring 2 with her, Sedona's body was wide enough where HVL speed took advantage of the pick and roll. See, HVL speed in her shot takes advantage of the pick and roll.
So you don't see Olivia and Clara Silva being able to develop any kind of 1-2 game?
They're gonna develop a 1-2 game against the lower quality schools, yes. But I want to see it. I don't think it's going to happen against the top schools. I don't.
Your ability to
deliver. Trying to save them so many times last year. I watch Olivia crumble.
Listen, your ability to deliver bad news for such a positive spin, amazing. You was like, yeah, but just against the bad teams. Come on, you can't do that, bro.
Yes, you will, but against the bad teams. I'm just being real.
Come on. Okay, so
I need to see it. I need this one. I need Olivia Miles to do. Olivia Miles, if you're watching, I need you to make me fall on my face.
Okay, so Okay, let me see. Who are the other guards that she's here with? Okay, let's see. So Donovan Hunter. I don't know if she's a starter. Veronica Sheffield. Taylor Bigby. Okay, Suarez is there, but Suarez is a forward. Clara, is it Bielefeld? I'm not. And then Talia Parker, Maddie Sher, I should say. Which of those guards do you want to see her with? What is the best backcourt for this team?
Bibby.
Oh, okay. So you think we're gonna see Olivia and Taylor on the floor? So it's gonna be Miles and Bigby. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they win the Big 12?
Yeah, they're in a weak conference. Kansas State ain't doing nothing. Colorado ain't doing nothing. Who else in that division? Nebraska in that division? They ain't doing nothing. Who else in that division?
So I'm watching Baylor. I think Baylor gonna make some noise this year.
Baylor gonna make some noise this year. They got a good backcourt, quick guard. Might take advantage of Olivia. She might give Olivia 20. Yeah.
Is Taylor Bigby a defender?
Standard. She's a standard defender. Standard.
So is TCU more about team basketball team defense, or kind of like, do they play a system defense, or are they going to be looking to have people kind of try to lock people up?
It's gonna be system. It's gonna be system defense because Olivia Miles is gonna get beat off the dribble. So they gotta play system defense, right? They gotta play system defense. Because Big B 6. What is Big B? 6'1"? 6'1", 6 foot.
Yeah,
6'1", 6 foot.
Listed 6'1".
You got Hunter 6 foot. So they can create some tall backcourt matchups, right? They can create. They can create some tall backcourt matchups.
How does Suarez fit in with Miles?
That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. Honestly, I don't know.
Well, I'm asking you this because a lot of these people seem slow-footed for her fast-paced transition style. So, well, maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, see, Cess, now we're on the same page. Like I said, in this offense, they're not going to be running in their transition. She's going to have a high half-court usage rate where she's going to have to work on her. That's why I said it ain't going to be no, I stand right here, Big B draw 2 and kick it to me, Hunter draw 2 and kick it to me. No, Olivia Miles is going to have to create and kick it to them. Can she do that? Find out. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Before we get your WNBA prospects and potential and draft spot, let's take a look at the stuff that she says she needs to kind of clean up.
Again, this is all from the TCU game. You're guarding the number 2 point guard in your draft, and you start the game handing the ball off. Look at her just standing in a corner, depending on handing her doggo to create shots. Like she's not even running plays. Look at this. Again, you're just standing there. Like, what is this? Be involved in the offense. Like, you might say, well, they're scoring. No, it's not about the scoring. Look at this. What is this?
So here's my question. How much of this is that's handing her doggo with the ball?
Look at this. HVL just powering through her. You're 3 inches, 4 inches taller than her. Look at this defense. Look at this. Another flat-footed. You're flat-footed. See, this is what happens when you're flat-footed and can't break down. No plays are being called. No pick and roll. You're putting your hand up like, my bad. Like HVL ain't been doing that to you all game. Again, right here. Stop the tape, Cess. Stop the tape, Cess. Stop the tape, man. Stop the tape, man. Stop the tape, man. Stop the tape. Hey, Cess. Cess.
Is this it?
Right here. It's mano y mano. Maddie is calling the screen. Olivia Miles knows the screen is coming, right? You got help side defense. Either fight over the screen, Sedona is trying to set a back screen because she think HVL, like I told you. Remember I told you, HVL and Sedona, all they want to do is run that high right elbow pick and roll. And you could tell HVL is leaning that way, but she don't really feel comfortable because of how the screen is being set. So she goes left, right? You gotta be able to play solid defense on screens, or they're gonna take advantage of it. First of all, at the next level, want me to tell you what's gonna happen, Cess? When she get into the locker room at halftime, the coach is gonna say, "What are you doing?" And the player is gonna say, "Hey, come on, you gotta play some defense. You leaving me out here on the island." At the next level, that's not HVL with the basketball. Guess who that is, Cess? That's Jackie Young. That's Paige.
Yeah, that's J.O.
That's Kelsey Mitchell. That's Kelsey Plum. That's Sabrina Nescu. Natasha Cloud. That's not HVL.
That's Courtney Williams.
That's Ariel Atkins. Courtney Williams.
Yeah.
Run through the play. I'm gonna tell you when to stop. Go a little bit.
Watch what Olivia
Miles does. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Stop right there. Look at what she does. Sedona doesn't even set a screen. Olivia Miles doesn't want to guard HVL because she don't got that clutch gene. She don't got that dog in her. Guess what she does? She leaves Maddie on an island. This is bad film. This is bad defense. You go suck into the screen that Sedona's not even setting. Maddie is in good help position to cover Sedona flashing downhill. Olivia Miles, guard HVL. Run through the play. Like, this is, what are you doing? What are you doing? Again, at the next level, that's Kelsey Mitchell. She's about to score on Maddie. Again, right here, Maddie uses her size. Olivia Miles comes in. But again, it goes from bad to good because at the next level, that won't happen. See, ESPN only showed that. See, that's what I be talking about, Cess. Right here, same thing. Look, time out. Stop right there, Cess. This is what I want people to realize. You got HVL on you, Cess. Olivia Miles, you're in one-on-one. There's no help defense. This is what I want people to realize. Don't you know this was the March Madness? This was the Sweet 16. Don't you know they were down 8? It was 62-70 with, I think, 23 seconds left. And Olivia Miles did that with the basketball. This wasn't some play they was running. No, Olivia Miles got off the basketball when HVL wasn't even pressing her because she wasn't confident enough to shoot it in the mid-range. Again, it's bad tempo, bad mechanics, bad IQ, bad understanding of the situational. If you're going to be a starting point guard at the next level, that's things you got to improve. That's why I say she went to the wrong school. She needs to be with a coach that's going to challenge her IQ.
Okay, but you don't think the TCU coach could teach her this stuff?
No, he wants to win games. He's just going to let you be great at what you already do. He's not going to challenge her. HVL came out of college after a year with him with the same tendencies that she had at Louisville and LSU. Can't run a pick and roll correctly with big guards. Can't get downhill on bigger guards. Can't create a shot outside of her floater or her left hand hook or trying to speed around you. He never gave HVL a go-to move. He never gave her an understanding of how to run a half-court offense. He's just going to use what you're good at.
Okay. Man, we heard it here first. I don't know much about Coach Campbell. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens this year. So here we go. We got the WNBA player comparison. I'm almost scared to see what you got.
Again, best case, right? Best case
is Vandersloot.
Best case is all-star player. Solid point guard, starting point guard role on a competent team. Best case, this is if she improves her IQ, her on-court and off-court leadership, gets better in half-court offense. Her best case, Hall of Fame trajectory is Courtney Vandersloot type of player. Not real quick, but can read the game, great assist to turnover ratio. Courtney Vandersloot, another one, developed a a high percent of a consistent 3-point shot over her WNBA career, right? Again, similar size. I think she's like 2 inches taller than Vandersloot, but like just their girth, wide shoulders, heavy frames. Again, but her playing style, like you mentioned earlier, her playing style is getting in transition, making the bowling ball passes, the behind the back, in between legs, unnecessary, stylish, flashy passes, like a Chelsea Gray, right? Court vision, everything is transition. Both of them, in my opinion, are good guard rebounders. Tall for like most standard point guards, right? Standard point guards in the WNBA are 5'8", 5'9". She's an inch taller, maybe an inch and a half. It depends on if she have an afro out that night, right? Again, but realistic comp. Go watch Lindsey Whalen on the Minnesota Lynx when it was winning championships. That's her realistic comp. Slow, want to be a little methodical, not going to really beat you off the dribble, just want to get it in the best player's hands. Again, she had Maya Moore and Simone Augustus and Sylvia Fowles. Last year, Olivia Miles had Hannah Hidalgo, Citron King. Just come down court, get it in the best player's hands. It's kind of like a quarterback, Cess. Call the bubble screen, get it in the athlete's hand, and let him go to work. Just make the right pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can do that. Just make the right pass. Get it into the best players on the court's hands, right? If she's on Indiana, get it to Kelsey Mitchell. She's on the Aces, get it to Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, and get out the way. Go stand there, catch and shoot, kind of like Lindsey Whalen did. And you can make a career out of that. Just get it to the best players, and you can make a career. All I need you to do is get the ball past half court. Get the ball past half court, get it in the best player's hands, and stretch the floor with your 3-point shooting. That's it. Again, go look at their college numbers. Lindsey Whalen probably averaged like 3 more points a game in college than her. But look at their rebounds and assists. Similar. Rebounds and assists per game is similar.
Ultimately, do you think going back to school was the best decision?
No. Again, I would say yes, because she had a lot she had to work on mentally of understanding the game. But unless she's going to a Kim, a Dawn, maybe a Gino, I don't see a coach helping her with that. Because, again, they don't got the... See, this is what I tell people about college all the time, right, Cess? I tell kids this. You got to think about the position that a head coach is in. Dawn Staley, Kim, Geno's, they're in a position where it's not about how many games they win during the regular season. It's about what they do in March Madness. So they could take their foot off one game to help you with your development. A coach like TCU, Duke, Florida State, they can't do that because their regular season wins matter to them being at that school. They know they're not about to go compete, but during the regular season, you better be good. So it's all about perspective. So they're not going to, they're worried about winning regular season games and just making the tournament. Kim, Dawn, they're about winning
TCU,
the tournament.
Though, okay, but what about the fact that we was talking about like high usage rate? How much will just because you're doing it so much help her?
It starts with IQ. Again, you can dribble down the court all day long, but if you don't know where to get the ball at, I mean, all you're doing is just doing cardio. We talk about it all the time in the WNBA, Cess. You got players out here running cardio, man. They ain't even doing that on the court.
So you don't think she's gonna get the film? You don't think she's gonna get the film study to get her IQ up?
Do I think he's a coach that's going to take time out with her? Yes.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe assistant coach or whoever. Right.
I don't know who their assistant coaches are. I would have to do my homework. I hope they have an assistant coach on their roster that's been there, done that, to show her what's going to be expected of her at the next level, at a pro level. So, she doesn't have a pro style game. That's the point I'm trying to get to. She doesn't have a pro style game. She has a college game. Open court, shooters, get you a dominant, like she doesn't have a pro style game. Pro style game, you got to be able to shift defenses. You got to be able to run sets. You got to be able to make your players a little better than they actually are. You got to be able to get the ball to the right spots at the right times. You got to have situational awareness. She doesn't have a pro style game. I think people get caught up in her college game. This different. That's two different types of basketball. Again, Cess, people thought Paige was too slow sometimes. They was like, Paige is smarter. Paige is efficient. Paige has a mid-range game. Paige can stretch the floor. Paige can be physical in the post. Paige can draw double teams. Paige can draw fouls.
So let me see if you agree with this.
Olivia Miles doesn't have a pro game yet to me.
Let me see if you agree with this. I don't think that Paige is slow as much as Paige does. You can't speed Paige up. Paige goes at her pace. She got her own pace. Slow. It's Paige's pace. You ain't speeding me up. Yeah. I don't know that you call it slow as much as I ain't going no faster than I'm going. I'm moving how I want to move. She gets to her spots, right? So for me, that it's hard to compare those two. But let's
Again, I don't think she's pro. I don't think she has a pro style game. I really don't.
Wow. Well, when did she get it?
Watching film, she doesn't have great situational awareness. She can't break a defense down. Like there's things at the next level as the starting point guard. Cess, think about this, Cess. This is what I need people to think about. Think about this, Cess. Look at the Chicago Sky, for instance.
Well, that's where they want to go.
That's why I'm using them. What do people say about Chicago Sky all the time? They need a point guard that can run plays. They need a point guard that can shift defenses, get it to the bigs and one-on-one. Look, this is what a lot of Chicago Sky fans think basketball actually is. Come down court and dump it into the big. That's not sustainable. That's not good basketball. Guess what good point guards do? I'ma make that center think I'm about to go to this backdoor cut when I'm really trying to get it to their player. The player they're defending. So I want them to turn their head. I'm not just coaches don't want point guard to just come down court and dump the ball in the post. A lot of Chicago Sky fans think that's what a point guard is. That's not what a point guard is. That's why some games, Vandersloot ability to not have that athleticism to move side to side and switch the defense and come off of a pick and roll quick hurt Camilla sometimes. Because Camilla wants you to screen, and Camilla's trying to get to the post. Camilla don't think about this, Cess. How many times you see Camilla catch the ball at the 3-point line?
She don't do that though.
With Olivia Miles, King was catching the ball at the 3-point line. They want her to go one-on-one. Olivia Miles can't. She can't say
three.
I've never seen Olivia Miles do this. Have you ever seen Olivia Miles do this?
No, call for the screen.
And do this?
No, but that's what I was gonna say. Seems like
that?
She don't direct no traffic, but that's what I was gonna say. It seems like Camilla sets the screen more at the top of the key than anything else. Yeah. She comes up and sets the screen. So
yeah, but you don't want Camilla catching the ball at the 3-point line. Go back and watch Vandersloot and Camilla play basketball together. Camilla's catching the ball at the 3-point line. Now I know she did have that one good game against Dallas, but they had Hines Allen guarding Camilla. So Camilla was just able to float right over her. Hines Allen was always out of position. She you don't want her guarding fives, right? You want Camilla to catch the ball. You want Camilla to catch the ball, drop step, layup. She struggled doing that with Vandersloot sometimes because Vandersloot couldn't come off the screen quick enough to see her. So Camilla would have to reset. Double teams come.
But I thought in transition, Vandersloot was better getting the ball to Camilla when they was running up the floor, right? So I don't, where do you have that trade-off?
When the defense isn't set, right? That's the defense not set. When the defense know you about to run pick and roll, they struggled.
What's a better use of Camilla? Trying to get her the ball in the transition or in the half court?
Transition. You want the best Camilla? You got to pep talk her in the locker room. Like, hey, today we're going 100 miles. We ain't stopping. We gonna get you 15 to 16 touches. Whether it's a kick out, not just you shooting, because she can pass out the post, right? So we're gonna get you 15 to 16 touches in the first half, not the game, in the first half. Just so we can see what we get out of you today. You 6'7". You 6'7". Because guess what, Cess? What happens in transition? You get a point guard on Camilla because they the first man back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rim run Camilla.
Camilla runs the floor. Camilla runs the floor beautifully. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this draft projection and fit. What you
got? Again, you look at what ESPN analysts are saying. Even this year, they got her slouted as a lottery pick. 2 to 5. We already know who the lottery teams are. Minnesota and Dallas, one of them two will have the first pick. I don't see her going to Dallas. That's why I didn't have her as one of the best fits. I don't see her really playing with Paige. I think Paige needs a big wing or a center. Like Dallas needs front court help. They're gonna probably see what they can get out of Diamond Miller as a wing, but Dallas needs front court help. They think Diamond Miller is their wing of the future. They need front court help in shooting. They need front court help in shooting. Two things she's not, right? So Minnesota, they do need a floor general off the bench because if you watch them this year, they kind of use Shepherd in that role a little bit and half court. They give it to Shepherd on the elbow, see if she can dump it to Elena or Fee or catch Courtney Williams off of a back pin down screen. They kind of use her as their point forward. They do need another facilitator out there. The Mystics team her back up with Citron and Kiki. Again, another dominant big who you can just get the ball to, get in her right spot and just give the ball to. You don't really got to run the play for Kiki because she's a face-up shooter. Chicago, a perfect fit because it's a rebuild kind of thing where you can put shooters around her. They got cap space. 90% of their roster is free agents outside of their rookies. So you can put shooters around her. Angel and Camilla come back. You got rim runners now that can run with her. She's unselfish. So Angel Reese can get the ball in transition, be a point forward, right? You think about Toronto Tempo, could be a good development spot depending on what players they get in the expansion draft. It can be a great fresh start for a player like her who's still probably going to need a little development as far as like have court goals, so you can take your time. That's not going to be a situation where they're expected to win 10 games in their first season, right? Because outside of Golden State, that normally doesn't happen. That's an anomaly. So she's going to be in a patient situation as a top pick.
So you got Angel still in Chicago next season?
Again, you know how I do it, Cess. Do I want her in Chicago? No. Trajectory looks like she's possibly going to stay. I don't think, again, we have all these conversations about Angel, where she's going, is she's getting traded. I know firsthand how this works. Angel's not getting traded. The optics would look too bad, right? Then secondly, the way the league is set up in 2026, it don't make sense. Like the CBA would hurt any trade negotiations they're trying to do with Angel Reese, because by about time teams get ready to go expansion draft and all of that, you don't really know what the CBA is going to look like, and I expect a long lockout. So the 2026 offseason will hurt an Angel Reese trade, and it would just be bad options. And it would just be it would just be bad because you trade Angel, you're not getting nobody there. Let's call it what it is. That's your draw. That's your draw.
But when Angel leaves, you're not getting nobody anyway.
Correct. So you got to get as much as you can out of her, right? You got to get as much as you can out of her. That's just the type of organization they is. They know they're not gonna get no better. They know what they are. At some point, you know what you are. You know what you
Angel, why don't you just sit? If you Angel, why don't you sit?
Nah, Angel's a baller, man. Ballers want to ball. Again, for her, it ain't about the money. Ballers want to ball. Ballers want to ball. Ballers want to ball.
It ain't about the money at this point. It's about the
Angel's not getting. Look, I know Angel's not getting traded. We can push. She's not getting traded. It's not happening. We can have all the arguments we want. We can come up with all the, this is why she's going to get traded because they don't view her as the franchise player. She's not getting traded. It doesn't make sense either way. She's not getting traded. It's just not happening.
Gonna be interesting.
We're going to be back here next year having the same conversation. It's not. Look, Chicago Sky front office, make me fall on my face. She's not getting traded.
Who? I don't know. I mean, how are you fixing it with her then?
Again, want me to tell you this, Cess? I've been saying this from the beginning. Chicago Sky front office did not know how powerful social media was. They did not know how big of a voice Angels fans had off the court. They did not know you would have mainstream media, actors, professional athletes in other sports, some of your biggest sports faces saying Angel is right, Chicago's a dumpster fire. Like, they didn't really, again, Chicago Sky moves like the early 2000s basketball regime. They haven't really, their ownership hasn't changed that mindset like some others. So they didn't really know. Again, sometimes you can be asinine, Cess, to what's right in front of you. It's like being married. Sometimes you don't know how beautiful, how successful your significant other is because you're not living in it like people outside of you are. They're getting glimpses. They're getting screenshots of a person's life. So on Instagram, they don't really see the Instagram of your significant other, right? So again, Chicago was in that mindset. They was getting the snapshots of what they thought social media was because they thought they had true autonomy and power. Because think about this. This is why I say that, Cess. Think about this with Angel Reese. Chicago Sky, since they suspended Angel Reese, has been trying to double back and recalibrate everything they should have done from the beginning. Promote the facility, even though it's not up. Promote it. What are they doing now? Promoting the facility.
But ain't nobody going it. But here's the thing, though. You've been lying. But you've been lying for 20 years, though. Who's gonna believe you? I'm not gonna let you run the same con. It's the same con year after year after year. Star after star after star. Look at the list of them. In political leader already broke this down. Listen, anyway, look, you're not gonna keep running the same con. Now you put up 4 walls, and we supposed to believe like it's on its way. Oh, stop it.
Yeah, again, Angel's a baller, right? Again, she wants to put her product on the floor. She got shoes. She got major PE shoes coming out, right? Like, you need to be on the floor to do that, right? Reebok is gonna give her another $1 million just to play basketball.
But guess what, though? I get to play basketball in the league that I got equity in. I'm gonna play basketball. You gonna have some film on me. I'm finna go get this unrivaled work in. Right?
You got unrivaled. Yeah. You got unrivaled. It depends on what the CBA looks like.
And then why not? Why not sit out? Especially if it's a lockout. Who knows what that would look like? Like, I think that the WNBA is going to keep getting away with not opening the books and not doing a lot of the stuff that they do. And this is not what this show is about. But until somebody really pushes the issue and says, "We'll sit down." We have not had a person really like force a trade in this era where I have brands and collaborations tied to me that you can't even get without me. Like, the WNBA is in quite a situation. We're gonna see. This is
and I like what you said, Seth. That's the only way Angel gets moved. Again, from a GM standpoint, Angel's not getting traded. It doesn't make you're not gonna get the best bang for your buck for a player like Angel Reese because of how the 80 to 89% of the league is free agents. So you're not going to get your best bang for your buck for a player like Angel Reese. Forget the draft picks. You don't know what they're going to be. Again, forget they don't care about the draft picks because they're 50-50s. And Chicago hasn't drafted well anyway. they want sustainable all-star caliber players back. Unless they can get that, unless they can convince a player on another team to sign and trade there, you're not trading Angel Reese. You're not getting Angel Reese for 2 first-round picks. It's not happening. It's not. Nobody is giving away Angel Reese for 2 first-round picks.
And I think the Angel then looked and said, I know my worth. And if I gotta sit, I'll sit. I'll sit.
The only way Angels gets moved is if Angel requested. Chicago Sky is not trading Angel. Angel is going to have to demand the trade. That's it.
And I think that Angel has the type of motion that says you gotta do something. You gotta do something. Well, especially because the WNBA has to look at this year and say, wow, we put all our eggs in one basket, and then that didn't work out, right? And we were planning on this player being the Commissioner Cup winner, the MVP, the finals, all of that. And then they weren't able to sustain any of that. This league without Angel Reese, without Asia Wilson, without the stud buds this year, where is it? Like, where is this year's league without that motion? So Angel can't sit. She got the bankroll to be able to do it too. So
yeah, that was it. Like the CBA, with trades, this is the only thing Chicago can lean their hat on in a sign and trade for Angel Reese to help to convince a player to come there. 90% of their roster is free agents, right? So you got the cap space. So let's see what the CBA looks like, and there might be a player that Jeff P and Tyler March can convince to come there on a 1-and-1, right? Right on a 1-and-1 or whatever it is. Like, hey, we'll give you the max spot that we got because our rookies are still on rookie deals. That's the only way that a sign trade happens in Chicago.
Coaches don't even want to apply in Chicago. Kyle Copper told you they ain't giving away no pregame meals. It ain't no facility. Nobody's coming to Chicago. They had one opportunity to be able to build around the cornerstones that Teresa Weatherspoon drafted in there, and they fumbled it. And they fumbled it in front of everyone. And they stripped all of the culture out of it, and they took all of the belief out of it. And then they had the nerve to rob the fan base in their face by taking the ticket prices up. So nobody's coming to Chicago. And the minute that people can get out of Chicago, they are. So the WNBA has to look at itself as an organization, as a league, and say, is the Chicago Sky diminishing the value of our overall brand? And look to say, hey, maybe we have to force not only a trade, but a sale. Like it's gonna take something drastic. It's gonna take something drastic for
that owner is if you know that owner, he's money hungry. Angel Reese fills the seats. Angel Reese, all of that old cheese they used to have in their little concession stand room from 3 years ago, that's gone. They got to go hit up Costco every game to go get some new cheese. They got fresh nachos, not because they making more money. No, it's because it's sold out.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When Angel says I'm sitting down, the motion sits with her.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming. Nobody's coming. So
again, you think about it. You only got. I think in the WNBA, you only have 4 players that can sell out an arena.
Oh gosh, here you go. Don't do that, because a lot of people think their favorite player is a superstar. So when you start telling them it ain't that many superstars in the WNBA, don't do that. It's not.
Hey, that's on them.
That's on them. It's not that many. It's really not that many superstars in the Dubs.
That's in any league, though, Cess. Not just the WNBA. That's in any league. There's only certain players. Look, in my opinion, Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Angel Reese, and Asia Wilson are the only 4 players that can night to night say, I'm coming out because they playing. Not because the arena looks good, not because the concession stand, not because they play good halftime music or I'm talking. You at home, you look at the teams that's in your city and say, oh, Asia at home tonight? I'm going. CC at home tonight? Let me see what tickets are available. Paige, Angel at home tonight? There's only 4 players that can sell out an arena. That's only 4. Every other player in the league, that's team support. That's team support. That's probably what it is. That's team support.
Well, Valhalla, yeah.
Valhalla. That's team support.
Hey,
Valhalla is the perfect example.
They did a great job. They did a great job.
That's team support. That's only 4 that can sell out an arena. You sitting at home, you type on ticket stub. You see they at home, you look to see what the ticket sales are.
Mm-hmm.
That's team support. It is what it is, Cess. Sometimes you gotta. Hey, Cess, you've been watching me for a long time on YouTube. I give the harsh truth. I take the criticism, right? I give the harsh truth. I take the criticism because I know who I am.
Well, we real. So here we are.
You know.
Breaking news. Alana Smith and Asia Wilson announced as co-defensive players of the year.
I know you lying.
No, I ain't. Co-defensive player of the year.
You lying.
They in the chat talking about it. Am I lying, chat? Am I lying? Co-defensive player of the year, Asia Wilson and Alana Smith.
What?
Co-defensive player of the year.
You gotta be lying to me, Cess.
This is what they saying in the chat. Look.
Wow. You know, after this stream, I'm going live. Make sure y'all pull it down. I'm going live after this stream because we got to talk about it, man. We can talk about it right now, Cess, if you want. Come on, man. We can't be doing this.
We can't have co-defensive player of the year, y'all. This gotta be a joke. Come on. This gotta be a joke. This has to be a joke. Somebody talk to me. Oh no, wait. Hold on. Let me share my screen. I'll share my screen. This is what I'm seeing on socials. So I'm seeing on socials.
Alana
right
Smith. She's not even the best defender on her team.
Double the dominance. Alana Smith and Asia Wilson are the 2025 Kia co-defensive player of the year.
She's not even the best player on her team.
Players of the year. What? Are y'all kidding me? Are y'all kidding me?
Hey, this is a bad look for the WNBA.
They warming you up. They warming you up for the co-MVP. Keep watching.
They better not do it. They better not do it, Cess. I'm gonna go ape. They do it. I'm gonna go ape. This is a bad look. Wow.
Co-defensive player of the year?
Hey, let me say this. If you're not an Asia Wilson fan, do not go live. Wait till if you're not an Asia Wilson fan, I am asking you. Don't go live because you're about to do this argument of injustice. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. If you are not an Asia Wilson fan, give us 3 hours. Give us 3 hours. Because you're going to do the conversation of injustice. This is one time I asked the YouTube world, don't go live on Asia Wilson for clicks. If you're not an Asia Wilson fan, don't go live yet. Give us 3 hours. Because you're going to do the conversation of injustice. Because you're not going to tell the full story. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Wow. Breaking news. Breaking news. Can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe this? Co-defensive player of the year? Cole? We was just talking about Alana Smith. Are y'all serious?
Hey, Cess, don't you know Asia Wilson played 40 games this year. Elena Smith played 42. Don't you know Elena Smith only has 216 defensive rebounds? Asia Wilson has over 400. Don't you know Asia Wilson has 10 more blocks, 17 more steals? Asia Wilson has the #1 defensive rating in win. She don't have the #1 defensive rating. Asia Wilson has the #1 defensive win share. Tell me what Elena Smith is. Elena Smith, out of everybody who was in the running for defensive player of the year, Elena Smith had the worst defensive rating. She was giving up 100 points a game.
Wow, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. They're not the same. They're not the same, and that's my point.
Let me tell you what I don't like about this. See,
come on, let's talk about it.
This is why I get into my athlete disrespect, man. The disrespect that Asia Wilson is getting in her career is asinine. Asia Wilson is arguably the WNBA GOAT in her prime. And the WNBA every other month tries to find a way to discredit her greatness. You got analysts saying, I didn't vote Asia Wilson for this or that because she didn't have a better year than she had last year. Last year, Asia Wilson arguably had the best WNBA season in WNBA history. How the hell do you want her to replicate that? How the hell do you want her to replicate the best season in WNBA history?
But guess what? Guess what? This is the cold part. If she doesn't go out with the concussion, she damn near breaks the 1,000. She scores more than 1,000.
She breaks it. She's only like 60 points away. She was only like 60 points.
Exactly.
She scored like 942.
To say that she didn't do what she did last year is ludicrous.
Yeah, she missed 3. She missed 5 games. 4 or 5 games.
Sorry.
She's getting that easily.
Look at this vote break now.
Defensive player of the year. Asia Elena Smith 29, Gabby 9, Alyssa Thomas 3, Nafisa 2. How did Nafisa get 2 and Elena Smith get 29 when Nafisa Collier had better numbers than Elena Smith?
They warming you up for the co-MVP. Okay, I want you to get ready for that on Sunday. Okay, I want you to be ready. Okay. Don't hold your head yet. Don't hold your head yet. It's coming.
The disrespect is wild. The disrespect is wild. It's wild. Here's the thing.
The disrespect is so I don't understand, right? I can see you disrespecting a superstar that was rude, that didn't think about the community, that was all about they self, that was just, but didn't give interviews, was a bad person. This is somebody who stays after the game to sign all the autographs, who takes the pictures with the kids. This is somebody who's in the community. This is somebody who is everything you want your league to be, right? And you can't get on board with
all of that, everything.
You can't get on board. She's your favorite player's favorite player. She's your favorite player's favorite player. That's how cold she is. It's a shame it's a shame. And it's not a knock on Alana Smith, right? Like, you had a good year, but you're not defensive player of the year. And to act like that the defensive player of the year came out of Minnesota 2 years in a row, they defense ain't like that.
All I know is, Cess, when Asia gave the Minnesota Lynx that work the last time they played, all I know is Elena Smith was on the court. She wasn't injured. Elena Smith was on the court. That's all I know, Cess. It wasn't just Fee. Go watch the film. Elena Smith was getting that work too.
Mm-hmm.
And go watch AJ on the other end, blocking both of their shots. That's all I know, Cess. That's all I know.
And here's the thing. And that's not to say that maybe Alana Swift was the best defensive player on her team, but she's not the defensive player of the year in the WNBA. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, this is wild, man.
We can't
If I'm
pick a winner.
Asia, I'm dropping. If I'm Asia teammates, she getting the ball every time today. I don't care about my stats. It's the playoff. Forget it. Asia, go drop 1,000. Go drop 1,000.
Wow.
This is the disrespect, man. I think in 5 years, people gonna look back on this. I don't think, because it's in real time. You know, when you see stuff in real time and you're not really thinking big picture, a lot of people are just thinking like what's in front of them and they just going with the conversation. I think in 5 years, people gonna look back and see the disrespect, and it's gonna hit them so hard when I've been telling them that since the beginning of the season.
Wow. Wow. I'm stunned. I'm stunned, y'all. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how you. Here's the thing. I don't let losers do winner shit, and I don't give out participation trophies. And then if it's a tie, then you break the tie. So it has to come down to something. So when the votes got tied, did we go look at the stats? What is that?
Yeah. Did we have a tiebreaker voter? Like, we gotta have a tiebreaker voter around here, man.
We just got an even number of votes.
Somebody that only votes once it's tied, and you don't even tell them what it is. Just say, hey, don't even tell them who the players are. Say, here are the stats. Who do you think? Here's the ratings. Because once you know who the players are, you can be a little biased, right? The other, how many players? The other 60 people that voted, whatever it was, 58 people that voted, they seen the game, right? We don't need this one particular person to see the games. Look at the stats.
See, that's
look
the
at
problem.
the rating.
That's the problem. They didn't see the game. They saw some highlights. They read the stat box. They said who's your favorite content creator? They went to go see what they said. That's what happened. They're not really watching games anymore.
Cess,
it's very
show me the game.
It's very few of us that's watching whole games, Prince. Very few of us is watching whole games.
Cess, show me the game, Cess, where you looked at the game and said Elena Smith is taking over defensively. Where's her moment? You gotta have a moment to be MVP. You gotta have a moment to be defensive player of the year. You gotta have a moment to be rookie of the year. What's her moment? When they play her highlights, what are they gonna play? When she gets the award, what plays are they showing on the screen? They're gonna show the same 5 plays over and over again.
Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna find out together. Let's find out together.
We gotta stop this, man.
Let's go. Let's look at them together. Just pull it up. See, I don't know. I don't know a lot about her. So where are the Minnesota fans? See how many multi-block games did she have this season? I don't know. Let's find out. I don't know. Is it steals? Is it blocks? What is it? Okay, so she's averaging 1.3 steals. Three blocks, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3. Who's leading the league in blocks? So how do we get to how we get to a tie if Asia's leading the league in blocks? Smith has spots. Asia's a game changer on defense. Yeah, I agree. So I mean, I tried to come to see that monster game. I don't see that monster game. Oh, maybe it's this one right here against Washington. It's this one. It's the 26, 5, 2, 2, and 6 blocks. It's that one. That's the one that's what they're gonna show. And that was back.
All her highlights is gonna be one game.
From June 24th. Don't act like that. I'm looking now. June 24th. I'm looking for another game right now. She had a 4-block game. That's what they're gonna show you. But Asia been clocking stocks, steals, and blocks. One game in June against Young Mystic. Yeah. I
This
don't
is
know where we
bad.
go with this. It's not a
This
good
is
look.
bad.
We're gonna have to address this. I didn't mean to go with the breaking news. But before we get out of here, I did want to give the final grade on Olivia Miles. So final grade came out to be a B plus, elite playmaking, size, basketball IQ,
Yeah.
rebounding, shooting consistency, injury history, athleticism. I know you all. Your mind somewhere totally else, somewhere somewhere else.
Nah,
Go through
I'm
the
here. I'm here.
fair
I'm
care.
here. I'm here. I'm
Uh,
here.
development priority. You said this development doesn't happen at TCU. Can it happen with a trainer simultaneously as she's trying to deliver for TCU this season?
Yeah. I think Olivia Miles needs somebody that really knows what it takes to be successful for multiple years at the next level, so they can kind of slowly gravitate and walk her through what it takes day in, day out, on the court, off the court. I wanted her to be with a coach that knew, like, because she still got a lot of childish ways in her game. I wanted her to be with a coach that knows at the next level they don't take no nonsense, especially to rookies. Ask 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 sellers. Like, no nonsense. Like, every day is important for a rookie. Ask Deja Kelly's. Like, if you don't seize that opportunity on the first get go, it's a wrap. You got to walk in the door ready to go. Like, it ain't get through training camp and we'll see what you do in the preseason game. No, from the first day of practice, it got to be 100% 101 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Difference makers. So I need her to get with somebody throughout the rest of this season that can help her develop into a difference maker, not just a point guard. Because just being a point guard in a WNBA, that don't mean you're going to last. That don't mean you'll be successful. You need to be a difference maker at that position because there's only so many spots. There's only so many teams. There's not 30 teams like the NBA. There's half of those teams. So you need to be, everybody on the court that's a starter has to have some kind of difference maker impact to be out there. Unless you're on a trash team that coach is probably going to get fired at the end of the season. If you're on a competent team, everybody out there is out there for a specific reason. What's your reason and what difference do you make? You can't just be on the court because you're the number 2 pick in the draft. That's not how that works. That only gonna last you so long. Once that GM say, "Hey, coach, you got to start winning games," guess who they're gonna turn to? The players in the starting lineups that's not making a difference. So that's where it falls at with her. That's where it falls. She got potential to be a starter. She just gotta. It's all mental with her. It's all play. Like, there's no seriousness in her game. I need her to get serious. Of people. These are grown women. They need to know they can look at Olivia Miles and follow her to the promised land. It ain't about what she's doing on the court, Cess. You played ball before. Can I look in Olivia Miles' eyes coming out of the locker room and know we got her running the troops? There's a lot of play in her game. There's a lot of let me get this pass to get on ESPN today.
Oh, you should have to show me something different in the body language then.
Yeah, it's the body. All of that says it's the body language. It's the way she walks off the court, walks on the court, how she is on the bench. It ain't no just go and sit over there on the bench. Nah, we need you to lead us on the bench too. That backup point guard, when they make a turnover, I need you to stand up, clap, and say, "Hey, next time do this. Hey, let's keep going." Like, that's what great point guards do.
Do you think that Hannah's leadership was too big for Olivia to be able to do that?
It overshadowed her because that's not Olivia's
So
personality.
we'll find out this year. We're gonna find out this year who she is. There's no Hannah, so you got to lead. We'll find out.
You got to.
But I know we got some impromptu breaking news type lives coming up around this.
I'm disappointed, man.
I'm super disappointed. We're gonna talk about it like a family. Coming up now, y'all know we didn't get it this Tuesday. We are ready for y'all this Tuesday. We got the Kennedy Carter conversation coming to start off the breakdown beyond the arc WNBA, and he doesn't know it yet, but coming up next, Sila Swords. I cannot wait for this breakdown. The Sila Swords breakdown. One of my favorite young freshmen to watch last year. I can't wait to hear what you think about her. What else you got up besides the impromptu decoy talk? What else you got up to say on the channel?
Again, I'm about to go live about the Asia Wilson at 2:40. So make sure y'all pull up for 2:40 for another episode of What Are We Doing? I mean, yeah, that's really all I got today. It's Thursday.
Okay.
Oh, I got the Aces game tonight. Of course, we're going up for the Aces game at 7:30. That stream is already up. We're going up for the Aces game. We'll have it on playback for y'all, man. So yeah. And I know Cess got the Aces games as well, too. She covers.
Oh, yeah. So y'all pull up. Hang out with your favorite virtual cousins. Jump in between the platforms. Make sure you get a like and a share across all platforms. Make sure y'all are following IMZO Media, Cess Talks Sports on all platforms. Hey, we are looking forward to next week. I should have knew. As soon as I seen Dana Evans #1, I should have knew that was Goon the Shooter. Only Goon the Shooter would say that. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. That's Prince. IMZO Media, Cess Talks Sports, man.
We on the arc. Hey. We on the arc. Ain't no way to stop, but we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies, the crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Prince and Cess on a mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no breaks, you tripping. Duck on them, no assistance, all that shit in my kitchen. You should know.